All right. I have a few things on my mind this fine morning. Well, this fine afternoon, depending on where you are. Y'all know who it is, Mark Fuller, TeamAlliance. What's the truth about professional trading? What is the truth about professional trading? Let me speak on some of the facts that I can present, and this should help you to get an idea of why there are not more people, I would say, really learning how to trade at the professional level. Professional trading, in my opinion, is the best profession that there is. And the reason that I say that is because it's the only profession where you can learn specific information, apply that information over and over again at your leisure. And what I mean is that you don't have to be subjected to, punching a clock, just as an example. You don't have to be around at certain times in order to apply the information. One of the things that I've loved and I've enjoyed over the years about the vehicle of trading, and more specifically the way that I'm able to utilize my skill set in trading, because the skill set is really understanding market movement. All right, let me just rewind a little bit. Let me bring it back a little bit. I've been trading now on the same platform, which is the Nadex platform, for 6 years. During that time, I've learned how to understand market movement first and foremost before I became successful trading. I learned how to understand how the market behaves, and then how to use that information to align my trades with when the market behaves in a stable way, so that when you enter into a trade, you're anticipating what the market is already doing instead of hoping that the market does something that you need it to do. This is very important stuff. This is a very important video that I'm doing right now. Let me just say that off the top. I don't know how many views it'll get or any of that. I don't really care or think about any of that type of stuff. But this right here is documentation of a part of the journey that I've been on personally within the trading industry, and how I've elevated to be at the professional level of trading. The platform that I'm using, Nadex, I've been on this platform for 6 years. I believe that this platform has been around since 2011, if I'm not mistaken. I could be mistaken, so don't quote me on that. I got to look to find out how long they've actually been around. But at the level that I've been able to use the platform over the course of the past 6 years, it has allowed me to realize that, one, binary options are the best instrument that you can trade because they are the simplest instrument that you can trade. It's really just as simple as selecting a price level for the option that you want to trade, right? And then selecting what side of that level your trade is going to be on. So you're either going to be buying or you're going to be selling the option, which is the price level. If you're buying, it just simply means that you want the market to remain above the line. If you're selling, it simply means that you want the market to remain below the line. And if you're correct, then you're rewarded with the profit on that trade based on where you entered into the option. That's it. That's the simplicity of binaries. I'm just checking out how much time. I think I'm good. I think I'm good on time on this phone. I don't have nothing really on this phone, so I should be good. So listen. Most people are afraid of binaries because they hear negative things about binaries. Binaries have been used on all over the internet to scam people. And I don't mean binaries themselves, but the word binary options. Like, you know how you get those messages in your DMs, or you just might see them in various posts online. Mr. Williams, you know, he made me thousands of dollars and with Bitcoin or with binaries. It's like people, there's these bots or whatever they are. They use Bitcoin and they use binary options because they're popular terms. They use that to try to draw people into their scams. So this has given negative connotation to binaries, the same way that it's given negative connotation to Bitcoin. But if you just take the time to understand what these things are, you know, if you look into what Bitcoin is, you know what it is. It's cryptocurrency. It's the future, without a doubt. Crypto is where the future is moving into. There's opportunity in it, and there ain't nothing scammy about it. Binary options, very similar to that. There's nothing scammy about trading binaries. So binaries just simply allow you to make a decision as far as whether the market at the end of the binary, when the binary expires. So all right, for example, on Nadex, we trade 5-minute binary options, right? So it gives you 5 minutes to select how you want to enter into the trade, meaning at what price you want to place your entry, which ultimately determines how much you earn in profit on that trade. You multiply how much you earn on one contract by the number of contracts that you have on your trade, and that determines your profit. So let's say that you traded 10 contracts, and on each contract, you're going to earn $18. When that trade is complete, if you're profitable, you earn $180 on the trade. You following me? Because it's just simply 18 times 10. $18 in profit per contract multiplied by the number of contracts that you have on the trade. Simple. Simple and straightforward, right? Now, because binaries are so simple, people also take for granted that they'll be able to be profitable when they trade them. You're not automatically going to be profitable just because you're trading something as simple as binaries. It's not, oh, well, I'm going to buy and, you know, the market's going to go up and I'm going to win the trade. Well, why would the market go up? One, why would the market stay up above your level? See, like, people don't think in terms of the market. They're thinking in terms of the trade. So this is the biggest mistake I would say that people make when it comes to trading, is they don't really take the time to understand how the market moves to make sense out of the trade. This is what I've learned over the years. This is what I've learned, and this is what I teach also. Like, this is what I train my students to understand. So for me, Nadex, binary options, what the hell is that?
But you've got alternative front ends in case you're having trouble for whatever reason.
There's random shit popping up. What was I just saying? For me, Nadex is super powerful because the Nadex platform itself, all it does is, what's the word I'm looking for? It facilitates the transactions on the platform. So you have buyers and you have sellers on the platform. You have people that think that the market will move higher. You have people thinking that the market will move lower. And the buyers are going or trading the opposite side of the sellers and vice versa. Whoever's correct when the option expires is who earns the profit on the trade. Whoever's not correct is giving their profit to the other trader. That's how Nadex works. So Nadex simply facilitates the transaction between the buyer and the seller. So it's just like if you're looking at the market and you're saying, oh, well, I believe that the market will move lower from where it is now, so I'm going to sell this option. But you're trading against me. And I understand the market way better than you do. I look at the market and I see the market is actually very stable right now. I can see that if it positions itself above this level, that it would make sense to be in a buy trade. And then I go ahead and I buy the same option that you're selling. Who do you think is going to ultimately win that trade? More than likely, it'll be the person that has a better understanding of the actual market. Why? Because the market is what determines who wins and loses the trade. So you see how there's no room for any type of bullshit to go on when you're trading, because it's the market that determines who wins and loses. Like, I get that question from people all the time. They ask me, oh, is Nadex watching your account? Or are they picking and choosing who wins the trade? No, they're not. Nadex is just facilitating the actual transaction between you as a buyer and the other person as a seller, or vice versa. The underlying market is what you're subjected to. And more specifically, the movement of the underlying market is what you're subjected to. You see what I'm saying? So the way that the market moves is ultimately what will determine the outcome of the trade. So you can have the market in one position, with 3 minutes left on the clock. A minute later, it can reverse that move and go the opposite direction. Now it's under that same option. And if you bought, now you're in a losing position because now the market is underneath your line. It's underneath the option that you've selected to trade. And people trade this way all the time because they don't understand market movement. And this is why I keep reiterating understanding market movement. All the clips, all the content that you see me putting out, especially now, like I've just started redistributing a lot of content from a lot of the observations that I've done. Coffee and charts, live Nadex market observation. When I do those live sessions, those live streams, I speak on so many things that are relevant, and I've been, clipping them as of late and putting that information out. And I'll continue to do that. Just like I'm making this video now. Because trading as a profession is the most powerful profession that there is. Because all right, why do I keep saying that? I know some of you want to know, well, why the hell does he keep saying that it's the best profession? Let me tell you why. You have no other vehicle where you can learn information first and then apply information to the process to make the money. And then scale up how much money you make. Regardless of who you are. You don't got to go get a license. You don't have to, and I'm using that as an example because, like, if you're in the real estate industry, if you want to do certain things, you need a license to do it. Not necessarily being an investor, but if you want to do stuff like, become a broker, or work for a broker, you need a license for that. Within the trading industry, you don't need a license. You just need to open an account, make your deposit, and then you can go. Now, this is why trading specifically is so powerful, because it doesn't take a lot of money either. You know, if you're investing in real estate, just as an example, how much money do you need to begin investing? You're going to need credit and access to credit, because the money that's required to do deals and whatnot, thousands of dollars, more than likely, right? And I'm not saying this, you know, speaking on real estate as a negative. I'm into real estate, so I'm definitely not talking negative about it, but I'm comparing it as something that is as mainstream and as popular, you know, probably more popular than trading is. But to me, trading is a better profession. I can take $100 literally and deposit that into my Nadex account, learn how to understand market movement, and then apply that understanding when I trade the binary options on Nadex. And I can take that $100 and literally, slowly and consistently grow the account to thousands of dollars. And I don't even have to grow it to thousands. I can grow it literally to what? $1,400. And by growing it to that level, on one trade, I could be earning close to $300 per trade off of the growth of the same $100 that I deposited at the beginning. Where else can you do that? Like, I have an entire blueprint that I lay out on the way that you can use Nadex in particular. Like, Nadex is a very specific platform where we use binary options to trade, right? And because of the way that binaries are set up and because of their simplicity, we can use that instrument and use the Nadex platform to take a small amount of money, $100, grow that account, and move ourselves into the position where we're able to now generate cash flow the same way that we built the account, one trade at a time. So let me just quickly kind of bring it all together as far as Nadex goes. On Nadex, you can take $100, open your account by using the blueprint that I use. Within about 15 trades, you put yourself in position to earn damn near 3 times as much as you deposited. You deposited $100, 15 trades later, just by consistently growing, scaling up the account, trade after trade, that $100 account grows large enough so that now one trade generates cash flow of almost $300. $300 is 3 times what you deposited into the account. And we're talking about what you generate in cash flow on each trade. So let's just continue to break that down. Let's say that we only trade once a week. You got to stay with me, because this is where it starts to get real good. Like, I talk about this all the time, but a lot of people out there don't necessarily catch when I speak on this in particular. But this video in particular, I'm doing specifically to focus on the power of professional trading, and specifically the power of Nadex. I don't work for Nadex. Like, don't get it twisted. I'm not promoting Nadex. They're not paying me to talk good about them. None of that. The reason that I love the platform is because of what the platform allows us to do. On Nadex, one trade consistently for 15 weeks, one trade a week, Takes you 15 weeks to get into that position that I mentioned, where you are now able to generate cash flow of about $300. It's $288 to be exact. So now after 15 weeks, every week after that, you're able to generate $288. But we can keep going because we can continue to scale up the account. And by scaling up, we increase the amount of the cash flow that we generate on each trade. So let's say that now every other week we generate the cash flow, we withdraw that from the account, put that in the bank. That's money coming into our pocket every week. Cash flow, income. Every other week, the profit that you earn, you leave it in the account to grow the account. So now the following week after that, you're dealing with a larger size account. So you're able to enter your trade with more contracts and ultimately you earn more profit. So your profit consistently grows and increases every other week now. Pay attention. So if you keep doing this, within 36 weeks, literally, after the 15th week, every other week you withdraw. And every other week you're leaving the profit in the account to grow the account. So you're subsequently increasing the amount of contracts on the week that you leave that profit in the account. Because now there's more money in the account. So now you can buy more contracts. And if you just continue to do that from week 15 to week 36, you know what that 288 profit, what that 288 in cash flow grows into after 36 weeks? It's about $1,400 a week. You know how long 36 weeks is? It's a little over 6 months. This is the power of Nadex. This is the power of binary options. This is the power of professional trading. You tell me where else you can do that. Because we're not talking about doing something stressful. Learning the process is not stressful. Applying the process is not stressful. You're not putting pressure on yourself to trade a lot. We're literally talking about one trade a week. One trade. And you're not under pressure to do it. You're applying a process, and then once your trade ultimately comes, because you wait for the market literally to hand you a good trade because of how the market is moving. See, it's stability in the market movement that ultimately allows you to end up in a good trade. So your trades should be aligned with the stability of the market movement. This is the skill set that you need to be learning. And I can't speak on what other people teach. I'm speaking on what I teach because this is what I do. So specifically, learning how to understand the market this way and then applying that knowledge to your trading. And once you get your trade for the week, you log out and that's it. No more charts. See, you guys see where I'm going with this? There's an entire blueprint. There's a way to do it. And TeamAlliance shows you the way. That's what you learn when you come here. That's what you learn when you train here. See, I don't just talk about stuff just to talk about it. I've been doing this now for quite a while on this platform, like specifically on Nadex. So I speak with a lot of authority when it comes to what I do on this platform, because look at what you can do. And there's no limit. Like you know, you're not restricted or limited to being stuck at a certain income level. I kid you not. Literally every 8 weeks, you could be doubling your cash flow by just sticking to the format that I laid out. After 15 weeks, every other week you withdraw. Every other week you leave the profit in the account. If you keep doing that, every 8 weeks, the amount of cash flow doubles. You tell me where you can do that. I'll wait. Where else can you do that? And this is why I get excited, like when I talk about this stuff. And to be honest, I don't talk about it enough. Because as soon as you hear what I just said, it's like, you really got to think about it. Like what else is there that's like that? What else is there that gives you that opportunity? Let me talk about something else real quick before I end this video. As much as I love crypto now, because I had to take time to learn about crypto too. Crypto is a long-term investment. Crypto requires long-term thinking. Like you don't earn your profits and build your bag in value within a short period of time. It takes time. Over the course of years, your bags grow and become way more valuable than when you first built the bags. That's the way crypto works. As much as I love crypto and as much as I understand it now, professional trading is something that you should be, without a doubt, learning before you even learn crypto. Like some of you out there are following along with me, like, with what I'm doing in the Hex ecosystem. And you know about Hex and Pulse Chain and PulseX, right? And that's great. Because I've learned enough about them to have full confidence in what I'm doing as far as building those bags. But for you to learn professional trading, this is a whole nother level of freedom, because you're learning a skill set that once you have it forever. You have the ability to do what I just mentioned throughout this video. You have that ability forever, where you can start with $100. You can start with a small account, grow the account slowly and consistently, put yourself in position to generate cash flow, generate your cash flow, and at the same time, grow the account. Taking your time, not stressed out. Free to do what you want to, because you got time freedom. You got plenty of time to do what you want. So your time is not being, stolen from your family or from whatever else it is that you need to be doing because you got to watch charts. That's not how we do it. We observe the market when we have the time to, when we feel like doing it. But because of the quality of our observation and because of the actual level of our understanding of market movement, we know exactly what to wait for in the market. Exactly what to wait for. And until that happens, there's no trading going on at all. Like, you guys don't realize how powerful that is. It's extremely powerful because it puts you in position. You're now in a different position. Like, you're not subjected to bullshit. You have a level of understanding in the market that 99% of everybody else does not. Like, if you're wondering why the percentage is so high for people that don't have success when it comes to trading, that's why. They don't understand how the market moves, period. How can you trade successfully without understanding that when that's the basis for trading? The way that you're able to be consistently profitable is by being correct about what the market is doing. How are you going to be correct about what the market is doing if you're busy worrying about trades? See? So I'm hoping that this content, like this video will open up your perspective just in general on trading, more particularly on binary options, so that you stop being afraid of binaries. Oh, binaries are a scam. No, they're not a scam. Just because you see stupid posts on the internet that use the terminology binary options in it, it does not make binaries a scam. Binary options on Nadex in particular are the best instrument that you can be trading, period. Period. Because nothing else gives you the opportunity that I just presented to you. Where else can you start with $100 and utilize a skill set, like utilize knowledge and apply it over and over again? You can't do that nowhere else with nothing else. Sorry. I love real estate. You can't do it like that with real estate. I love crypto. You can't do it like that with crypto. They are different vehicles. There's nothing like trading. And there's nothing like professional trading. Because it's not just you trading and hoping that you make money. It's you trading and knowing that you're going to make money as a result of understanding the market itself. That's a whole different level. So become educated, y'all. Like, stop. Like y'all don't have to be out here struggling, trying to figure out what to do and, what your next move is going to be. And, oh, let me look online and see what the opportunities are out there. Listen, you don't need nothing else. I'm telling you, professional trading is it. And y'all are going to hear me just talking more and more about it. You might hear me talking shit. Because, of course, people are going to try to compare other things. Oh, well, what about Forex? What about Forex? Forex is cool. But it's not binaries on Nadex. Options on stocks are cool. Options on index options, those are cool. Futures, that's cool. Options on crypto, I don't even want to talk about that shit. If this is another thing, if you're leveraging and trying to trade crypto, you need to stop. Like, you really need to stop. We're not using any leverage on Nadex. You're just depositing your money and then you're using your skill as the leverage. All right, let me get out of here, man. Let me get out of here. So I hope that this, video was educational for you guys. I'm hoping that this video and this content can get more out into the mainstream, because people just don't understand that there ain't nothing better than professional trading. There's no better platform than Nadex. And I'm not saying that just to say it. Oh, well, he just likes Nadex. They're probably paying him. No, they're not paying me shit. The only thing I'm making off of Nadex is profit when I trade. That's enough pay for me. But Nadex ain't paying me a dime to talk good about them. This is just me speaking off of my own personal experience. It is what it is. All right, I'm going to holler at y'all, man. Y'all know what it is. Mark Fuller, TeamAlliance. So y'all stay tuned, man. More live market observations coming. More coffee and charts. More hex streams. I got a good hex stream coming up on the next one. I'm going to be just talking about building your bags again. If you haven't built your bag like already, you should have like a bag already. Because the prices that we've had like over the last 3-4 months, has it been that long? Yeah, I would say like the last 2 to 3 months. The prices on these coins, you should be building the bag, man. At least that's what I've been doing. I'm not going to say what you should and should not do. You do what you want to do. But what I will do is share information. You know, that's all I'm doing here. I'm not giving you financial advice at all. I'm sharing my experience, and hopefully you guys will understand the opportunity that's, you know, in front of you by me sharing what it is that I've been doing over these last 6 years, just on Nadex. Good stuff, man. All right, man, I'm out. You know what it is. Mark Fuller, Team Alliance. I'm gonna holler at y'all. Peace.